Hello, and welcome to Sonata She Wrote. This is our show within a show, the analysis of the songs of Schubert's Die Schöne Müllerin. And today we are dealing with Ungeduld, or Impatience. In this song, the first of three strophic songs in a row, the Miller exhorts nature to communicate to the Müllerin his love. He wants to carve it in the bark of every tree, which, by the way, you really shouldn't do. It's bad for the tree, and it can be fatal for aspen trees. Carve it on every rock, sow the seeds of it in the ground, and write it on every paper. Dein ist mein Herz.
Ich schnitt es gern in alle Rinden ein, ich grüb es gern in jedem Kieselstein. Ich möchte sehen auf jedes frische Beet, mit Krössensamen, der es schnell verrät. Auf jeden weißen Zettel möchte ich schreiben, dein ist mein Herz, und soll es ewig, ewig bleiben.
Although peppered through with secondary dominants and a couple of augmented sixth chords, the song is single-mindedly in one key, only reaching one cadence in the final bar before the repeat. To enhance this singular purpose, Schubert's unceasing triplets, which travel through the first ending's repeat and begin the next verse, make the song feel as though it will never end. And why would it? The Miller is doing everything but actually telling the Müllerin his feelings. He says he would do it, and yet, in the next verse, he contemplates training a starling, which is a small European bird, since become an invasive species in the Americas, to say it to her. Oodalolly, has this guy ever gotten the girl?
Einen jungen Star, bis dass ich sprech die Worte rein und klar, bis sich spricht mit meines Mundes Klang, mit meines Herzens vollem heißen Drang, dann singe hell durch ihre Fensterscheiben, dein ist mein Herz, und soll es ewig, ewig bleiben. Morgenwinden möcht ich's hauchen ein, ich möcht es säuseln durch den Regen heil. O leuchtet es aus jedem Blumenstern, trüg es der Duft zu ihr von nah und fern. Ihr Vogel könnt ihr nichts aus Rede treiben. Dein ist mein Herz, und soll es ewig, ewig bleiben.
The repetition in both Müller's poem and Schubert's song, meaning the unending triplets, but also this bass figure, and his own repetition of the final line of each stanza, are very illustrative. Picture the creep at work or school who, at first, seems cute, but after several incidents of him rushing to hold a door for you or awkwardly trying to maneuver to pull out your chair, starts to seem sinister. After all, the Miller repeats Dein ist mein Herz, my heart is yours, trying, as in previous songs, to weave a spell into reality, forcing reciprocal love on the Müllerin when it can only be given. In Susan Youens' words, his fantasy of cutting the words Dein ist mein Herz into trees and stones, of planting them in flower beds, is an archetypal siege of the unresponsive beloved. It's the bad sex principle of courtship. Oh, you don't like this? Well, what if I did it more and faster?
Ich meint es nicht in meinen Augen stehen, auf meinen Wangen müsst man's brennen sehen. Zu lesen wär's auf meinen stummen Mund, ein jeder Atemzug gibt's laut ihr kund, und sie merkt nichts von all dem bangen Treiben. Dein ist mein Herz, dein ist mein Herz, und soll es ewig, ewig bleiben.
If I haven't created it already by haranguing incels, of whom I suspect there is probably some overlap with music theory bros, this part of the song and my analysis of it may create a bit of a gender divide, but many folks who have been romantically pursued by men will, I think, know what I mean. This is where the sinister problem of the repetition becomes, in my opinion, more obvious. The Müller has transitioned from telling everyone except the Müllerin to now almost blaming her for not perceiving these tiny signs, burning cheeks, silent lips, his own thoughts of his love for her. She notices none of these anxious signs. Can you believe it? Up next, one of the most beautiful songs in the cycle, Morgengruß, or Good Morning.
Dein ist mein Herz, und